Okay, so in this video I'm gonna show you how to use the sequencer operation in RSLogix 500 and make a program for a traffic light signal. So basically what it does is like it has north, south, east, west. Like when the north, south is like east, west is green for the step 1, as you can see. When it's green, the second one should be red. So basically we assign outputs for every of the red, yellow and green signal. This is north, south, this is east, west. So as you can see, O2/0, O:2/1 to 5. There are 4 type of steps involved. So first of all, let's consider the step when the light is green in east-west direction, north-south should be red. The second step is when east-west is like the green light closes and comes up to yellow. Even at that time, the north-south should be red. Third step, the east-west turns red. At the same time, the green in the north-south has to turn on. The same step is repeated as O, as you can see for just for north-south. North-south, the signal turns from green to yellow, and over here at the same time it should be red. The east-west should be red at the same time. Okay, so this operation there is timing involved and sequence involved as well, because there are 5 types of outputs. So there should be a sequence to control all of this one, and there should be one more sequencer to control the timing of each output or each step, let's say. Okay, so here is the RSLogix program for the light, as you can see over here. First of all, the timer done over here in the second step, as you can see, is normally closed. So for this is T for column 1, time base is 1, preset is 25 seconds. The timing duration of all of them is given over here. The red, like north south should be red for 30 seconds, then green should turn on for 25 seconds, yellow is 5 seconds, let's say red is for 30 seconds and the same one, and green should turn on 25 seconds, yellow 5 seconds, as you can see. And over here, this is the preset. So once this timer is done, this input gets energized, and in turn energizes the 2 of the sequence. As you can see over here, the first sequence, the destination is the outputs. So output means that it controls the output. As every time the timer gets done, this output sequence changes. Let's say if like north south was green and the east west was red. Now it changes its sequence from north south yellow to east west as red. So that is the second step. So it changes the sequence of the outputs, and yes, the second step goes further. Over here it controls, as you can see, the preset timing. So the destination of the sequencer, as every time the timer gets done, the timing instruction means the timing sequence changes. Let's say if there is like in north-south direction, it has to stay on line means green for 30 seconds and red for the east-west, like for some seconds. Then that's one step. So all the 4 steps involved, it's it changes the preset timer over here. So once it gets energized, it mentions the destination as we set up over here. The destination of the sequence goes into the timer, and the timer again starts up, as you can see. So whenever the sequence changes, the timer again gets energized, and then it stays on the outputs for whatever timing is mentioned. And again, when it gets done, it's de-energized, and this one it changes the sequence and sequence of the output as well as the sequence of the timing. Okay, so in this one, how do you set up a sequencer? So that was the programming for the street lights, but not the street lights, it's like traffic lights, sorry, my bad. But two types of sequence are used. Now how do you set up a SQO? So first of all, you set up the file name for the SQO file. Is like this is an integer, this is in Word file, like a Word. Mask is 00FFH. It depends on the length of the output, because there are 4 steps involved, as you can see over here. There are 4 steps involved in this one, 4 types of sequence for the different outputs. So there should be 4 types of timing controlled over here. Similarly, 4 outputs and 4 types of timings are involved, as you can see in this one. There are 4 types: 25 seconds, 5 seconds for that thing, red stays on for like 30 seconds, this one 20 seconds. So first is the condition when it's green, and this should be red. Second is yellow, and this is red. So basically these are two of the steps of the sequence, and these are 2 of the sequence. So in total 4. So the length mentioned over here is 4. And the mask means like how many it makes you available with the name. If you say like 4 times FFFFF, then 4 times 4, it's like you can store length of like 16 steps you can store, and that's why it's mentioned FFFF means like 4 blocks of 1. It gives you like 4 of them, like 8 of them you can store. Destination is O2.0. That's again the Word file, as you can see over here. This is O2.0. R6:0 is just a controller. You need to pick up a controller from over here. Let's say R60 is available. Whichever is available or you want, you can put it over here. Length is always like how many steps are involved, as I said, and the position is always accumulated. Let's say like it has it's done with the first step, and it is on the second step. The position will say that it's on the 2. The position over here says 2. Over here, let's say if it's done for the timing, then for the timer, like it has completed the green part, it has started the yellow part, and red is still on. It will show you that it's in the position 2, because there are 4 positions involved. So basically that was about the sequencing operations is very useful in the industry. As you can see, like with sequence operation you can minimize the whole outputs. Just imagine the situation of making all the wrong. So as you can see, let's imagine making all of the sequence, and without a sequencer, it's like basically lots of rungs of programming, and still with that you're not even satisfied, or you're not even sure that if it's correct or not, because as you can see there are 5 different types of outputs. To control them, like it becomes hard. So sequencer is just easy. In like 2 rungs and 2 steps, you're basically completing the whole program. So yeah, that's the main benefit of it. And as you can see, main things involved is just the destination you keep in, because destination controls the output. Over here, this destination controls the timing preset. Other thing is just mentioning the length. Length is basically the number of steps involved. Mask is like a hexadecimal number you write down, just how many outputs you need, or like how many steps are required for that. So that's the basic thing. You need to know what kind of mask you want, length you want. Again, mask depends on the length over here, and destination you want to control. That's it. So yeah, that's it.